Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for having us. Sir, I have a few questions regarding the cement industry. Which emerging and commercial viable technologies are currently regarded as the most effective in decarbonization of the cement industry, and what are their key advantages and limitations?
Okay, so it's a very important question. When we are talking about that, we have to reduce footprints and make world livable for our future generations. So in industry, if you talk, so first we talk about the low-hanging fruits. Okay, that's everybody knows that we do reduction in heat through some changes in systems, which are old systems to new technologies. Made we change in burners, okay, made we change in coolers. These type of things which are there, but these are all capex oriented things. Similarly, they are in supply side when we consume fuel. So there is a fuel substitution from the purely hydrocarbons to alternative fuel. That's we talk about. That's something where in industry right now is working on. And Heidelberg Cement, let me share that it's arm of the world's second largest building material supplier, Heidelberg Materials, wherein we are pioneer and leading the world in substitution of AFR. Most of our plants in Europe are more than 90% of AF consumers. In India also we have a roadmap to increase our footprints in next 10 years. And we are working on it, but there are certain challenges from the supply side. When we talk about the AF, we are ready to consume, but we don't get a good quality of AF. When you see even at your places also, when we talk, you see that the vehicles come, people don't put their segregated waste. So whatever the waste comes, it's with very high in moisture, with a lot of adulteration, which cannot be readily used by industry. So we have to reprocess it before we put it into the system. So where there is opportunity, there are challenges as well. So industry is ready, Heidelberg Cement Group is ready, but we are looking for a system which is in place to support that. Similarly, if you talk when we were talking about the flue gases, where you have a lot of CO in there. So in flue gases also there is a heat. So generally, old technology used to be that that heat used to go waste. So what we are doing is we have installed waste heat recovery system in all our plants. So currently about 1/3 of our power is from the waste heat recovery, and then the remaining wherever it's possible, we are replacing the fossil fuel power through green power. So we have at our plants installed 5 megawatt in our central India based plant, and then we have similarly tied up with other companies who are setting up their solar parks, and we are taking power through them. So wherever it's possible, Heidelberg Cement is reducing its footprint on the CO2 front. So these are the low-hanging fruits. Now there are certain things where the regulations have to be in place. So once you make clinker, you have to make cement. Okay. So the cement, there are different type of cement. One is the old timer OPC, old ordinary Portland, which is very high intensive in intensity of CO2, which is being replaced for more than 20-25 years now through PPC and PSC, which is fly ash based and slag based cement. So when we talk about these type of cement, there is a need that market should be able to take it. So while industry is ready, we are ready to promote green cement. That's called like green steel. It's called green cement. PPC, PSC, all these, we use waste generated by the industries, which cannot be otherwise used by anybody else. We are consumer of those waste materials, which otherwise will become a nuisance or pollutant for the environment. But when you go to the government agencies, we are not able to, push that product into the projects. There is no, incentive to use that product for any of the projects. So, otherwise, it's a very fast selling or fast selling product.
Thank you, sir. One last question, sir. What specific step have you taken to reduce the carbon footprint cement production processes?
Okay, so it's specific for the Heidelberg Cement. As I mentioned earlier, that Heidelberg Cement is working on various type of initiatives. First is, about changing the fossil fuel to alternate fuel. So we have on all our units we have set up alternate fuel feeding facility. It's a pre-processing facility. to consume alternate fuel as a substitute to the fossil based fuel, so that we don't produce CO2. We actually reduce CO2. That is the first step. Second step is where the flue gases are there, which they have a heat into it. So we are tapping that heat, and we have installed waste heat recovery system at our plants. All these are capex based. First, we have to understand it's a very capital intensive, but we are putting money into that. They are very low payback projects, and when we produce clinker, then we sell cement. We are making as much possible blended cement, as I mentioned earlier. That's a fly ash based cement, slag based cement, composite cement, and we are working on various other things. As the norms get released for that, we'll be able to bring a very low CO2 cement in future as well.
Thank you.